So just before this episode of Injustice Versus comes out for you guys, I would like to thank Tommy for making this video suggestion. Anyway, let's get right into the video. Hey guys, it's Nathan, new 52 here, and today I'm back with another Injustice Gods Amongst video. Now, this will be another episode of Injustice Versus. This will be episode 5, and if you're new to this series, Injustice Versus is basically a series where I take two Injustice Gods Amongst characters, battle them out, and you guys decide who wins. Be sure to state your opinion in the comments down below. Also, be sure to state on who you want next time in the next Injustice Versus. So today we're pairing up two of the new Jokers from the Suicide Squad update. The first one is Suicide Squad Joker, whose challenge is about to finish. So if you want him, you better get him quick. And also the next one is Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged. You can either get him in the online battles, the leaderboards. His online season is going on currently right now. So if you want that, get onto online. You can also get him in a pack in the store, Suicide Squad Gold Pack. But let's look at these characters into more depth. These are both from the new Suicide Squad movie. They are both the same Joker. They just have different costumes. They're both played by Jared Leto, which is a new Joker. I still like Heath Ledger a bit better. But here is Suicide Squad Joker. His passive is Maniac. The Joker can't wait to show you his toys. A powerful random effect will occur on his special one. He receives 10% less damage and deals 10% more damage for each additional Suicide Squad member on your team. So I did do a video on him, and I might not show you his entire passive and how he works, but I will put some extra information on the Suicide Squad Joker and this Joker, Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged, in the description. So if you want a bit more of information on these two Jokers, links will be in the description. Suicide Squad the Joker Unhinged. His passive is called Unhinged. The Joker can't wait to show you his toys. A powerful random effect will occur on his special one, just like the other Joker, and after Joker defeats an opponent team member, he drives them insane and they will fight for you with the reduced health. Can be triggered twice if using a team of 3 Suicide Squad characters. So, let's get into some gameplay. I will show you how these guys work. Now, if you guys did not know, these guys start off with the same stats. So these guys' stats are basically the same, but the Suicide Squad Unhinged Joker has a bit more damage and a bit less health than the normal Joker. So if you want a bit more damage, go for the Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged. A bit more health, go for Suicide Squad the Joker. But let's get into some gameplay with these guys. Let's get a Batman on our team, and I'll show you how these guys work. Here's my Batman. Now let's put some gears on the characters, and then let's show you how these guys play. So I really am enjoying the new Suicide Squad update, and I think it's one of the best updates so far on Injustice Gods Amongst, and we've had some pretty good updates. So let's get into some gameplay with these guys. Gears are on, and first one here is the Suicide Squad Joker. So both of their first attacks are different to all the other Joker. It's called Bang, and they do a kick before the gun. Usually it will just be a gun, and then that's the first effect. Power Drain. So Power Drain is the first effect that comes in. So it's really random, so you can't really control which effect you want to use, but I do know for a fact that the 4 effects that can be used are it's Power Drain, Life Drain, Power Gain, or trying to damage over time, Poisoning. So it's Life Drain, Power Gain, or Poisoning. So, and the Power Gain will give you 1 bar of power, but the Power Drain will drain 1 bar of power from the opponent. So let's try again. You got to see Power Drain in the other one, and we get to see Power Gain. See, I just got 1 extra bar of power. This is just basically giving you another chance at the thing. There's Life Drain. So what I was saying before, Power Drain basically gives you another chance at the Bang, basically, because it just gives you an extra bar of power, which just basically means that you can do the Bang again. But it is a pretty good kind of sub-passive. Half of his passive is focused on the Bang, So it is a quite nice random thing. Let's do this thing. He's not dead yet. And there will be a power drain. That did drain 1 bar of power, but Medicine Flash is dead, so it doesn't really matter. So with the more Suicide Squad characters on your team, the Suicide Squad, the Joker, will deal more damage. Now, if you do not know what that means, he'll deal 10% more damage and take 10% less health. That basically means that so if you have like a full team of Suicide Squad members, you'll deal 20% more damage and 20%, and he will take 20% less damage. So it is very useful to use a team of Suicide Squad characters because they are a wonderful little team there. And it is a good chemistry team, like a Red Sun team or the Arkham team. So the Suicide Squad team looks like it'll be a great team to play with. So Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged second part of his passive is quite an interesting one. When he kills an opponent, they fight for him. I'll show you what that means. I'll do his second attack called Tuned Up. It's absolutely brutal, this one. But this will kill Bane. So once I kill him, he'll fight for me. And if you look at his face, he will have a Joker mask on him. So just look at Bane's face here. He has reduced health, but he has a Joker mask on. So you can see it's kind of like the Scarecrow's fear toxin, but like with the Joker. So the passive will not work when you're fighting with him. So I cannot use Luchador Bane's passive when I'm fighting with him, but his moves, his special moves, his super move, I can still use him. And when he knocks out, I just go back to the Joker Unhinged. So that is a very good little thing, a very unique thing. Never really happened before on Injustice Gods Amongst Mobile, but it's a very little unique thing. I think it's very cool. But it is obvious that the Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged passive is a tiny bit better in my opinion. So it looks like a good passive, but let's look at Suicide Squad, the Joker's second move. Now, this guy, it's called the Juggler. There's a bomb, and then boom, shot, 200% damage. There it is. Ground Sparks from Nightwing. Enchantress gear comes in. So these guys are really, really cool, and even if one is better than the other, I like them both, and I like Deadshot. Deadshot's been my favorite character so far in the Suicide Squad update. He's just been so cool, and we do get to see him in the console too. So let's do another tuned up from the Joker, and it looks like she's gonna block it. So if you do block it, it doesn't go for the full crowbar like you just saw. It just goes for 3 hits. So it's one of those attacks. So it doesn't seem that useful to be using it, because if you do block it, you can just easily not take as much damage. But if you block the normal Joker's one, it still does the full thing. I'm pretty sure that's what it does, but there is a knockout. So now let's get into the weaknesses for both these characters. So for both these characters, obviously Suicide Squad, the Joker, he seems like a pretty cool guy. He doesn't really have a weakness, but I guess his passive isn't one that you can take a weakness of. I guess the closest thing I could think of that's closest to a weakness is that if he's not with a team of Suicide Squad characters, he will take a bit more health, and he will also deal a bit less damage. So that's the only thing I can think of. And also, if Special 1 is disabled, then that's a pretty bad thing, because half of his passive doesn't work. Also, if he's on a team with 0 Suicide Squad members, basically it just doesn't do anything. Another thing you'll learn with this passive Unhinged is that when you'll only get to use it once, but obviously with a team of 2 Suicide Squad characters, you get to use it twice. So now to the Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged weakness. So his passive doesn't really have much of a weakness either. It just seems like the passive is quite unique, but it can be a massive time waster. So on like battles where it's like timed, it can just be a very bad thing because it just wastes your time a lot. And also, you could also like the first one, if it's special one disabled, that's a bit bad because obviously half of his passive relies on the special one. So that's another thing. But the only weakness I could think of is if there's a timed battle, because that would be really bad if there was. Let's kill Shazam here. So, like I said before, with the Unhinged passive, the passive of the character you kill will not actually be used when you use it. So, let's just say I kill Shazam and I do Shazam's super move. Or I obviously won't, because when I kill Shazam, I only have 2 bars of power, because Shazam here only does have 2 bars of power. But what I'm saying is, if I use Shazam's super move, let's just say I could, then I won't have the passive, or I won't have the passive later. So you do not get to use a passive. So it's kind of wasting your time in a manner, even though it is like a cool way to get like to use characters you've never like used before. Like, let's just say you've never had Shazam before, and if you kill him with Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged, you get to play with him, you get to know what he feels like to play with. So it's very unique and a very useful passive if used in the right way. Both of these guys can work well in basically all the modes. They can work well in single player, multiplayer, survivor mode, challenge mode. Basically it works well with all the modes. But there's like a special thing I need to test. I haven't actually tested this before, but if I'm fighting Red Lantern Hal Jordan and I use Joker Unhinged, what will happen? So I am actually eager to test that out. So I will try that, and then we'll see what happens. So guys, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to drop a like down below. Also be sure to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Also be sure to check out my friends' channels. Their links will be in the description as always. And also be sure to check out my first 4 episodes of Injustice Gods Among Us Versus. So yeah, be sure to check those out. And if you want to state your opinion on who you think won and who you want to see next on Injustice Gods Among Us Versus, be sure to share that in the comments. So until next time, this is Nathan New 52 out, and I will see you guys in the next video.